right now on Fox 35 News.
Are there voters casting ballots in more than one state? An investigation found, there are at least 149 voters that have turned up as voting in Florida and in North Carolina in, as we said, the last 3 presidential elections.
Fox 35's political reporter Mike Sinan even managed to track one of those voters down.
We got this list of 149 voters from the North Carolina Voter Integrity Project, a nonprofit watchdog group, and they were astounded at their findings.
We knew at that point we were going to have some vote fraud cases to be prosecuted.
North Carolina officials recommended 5 for prosecution a year ago. It hasn't happened yet. Next up, Florida's Division of Elections.
In talking with Florida on the phone, they were willing and able to receive the email.
Jay Delancy with the Voter Integrity Project says that email was sent in April to the Division of State.
Never heard a word, no acknowledgement, nothing.
The Division of State says they're checking into it. So we went knocking on a few doors with some names that matched in Central Florida without much luck. Until we went to the home of Gilbert Rowe of Maitland. Hi, I'm Mike Sinan from Fox 35 News. And our records show that in the most recent presidential election, that you voted both here in the state of Florida and in the state of North Carolina. We're wondering if you have any kind of explanation for why our records would show that.
Because I live both in places. I live in North Carolina, I pay taxes in North Carolina, I do the same thing here.
Okay, so you did vote in both states?
For local elections, yes.
North Carolina law and Florida law both prohibit double voting. In Mr. Rowe's case, he says he never voted for the same candidate or issue twice. Barry University law professor Michael Morley says Rowe could have trouble with federal laws.
There is a federal law that in elections where there's a federal office on the ballot, whether it's president, senate, prohibits people from voting more than once, regardless if it's in the same state, if it's in different states, even if they're not casting 2 votes for the same office, even if they're voting for federal offices on one ballot, state offices on another ballot. There's a federal law that prohibits that.
The North Carolina Voter Integrity Project just wants some action.
Our research is only as good as when the state will prosecute unless some other party can make the state interested in prosecuting. And that's why we're hoping that your news story will shame our elected officials, in particular the DAs, that it will shame them into actually prosecuting cases of vote fraud.